I was very happy to use the 40th anniversary of ICRC's presence in Bangkok, the opportunity of the lecture, also to visit a regional delegation which has important work to do in operations in Thailand itself, in the south, but also has a regional dimension and looks at some regional problems. We are active in some of the worst conflicts of the world, but we also have our important mandate to work on international humanitarian law, to engage with armed forces, and all these elements were important elements of the discussions with the authorities. Migration, for instance, is such an important issue where this afternoon's exchange with colleagues from all the delegations in the region has allowed me to have a much better understanding on the link between our effort to engage with countries in Asia and at the same time respond through our engagement more meaningfully to the challenge of migration in Asia. Well, in terms of humanitarian action, there is definitely a transformation of our environment which worries me a lot and which I have followed over the last 3 years quite prominently. I had to deal with the situation in the north of Mali, with the situation in Syria, in Yemen, in Ukraine, in rural Afghanistan, in southern Somalia, in the north of Mali, in the Lake Chad region, and in many other parts of the world. And so we saw this enormous development of open, active, internal armed conflict, most of them emerging over the last 3 years, and an enormous effort of ICRC to respond to those emerging needs. I think at the end of the day, protecting people through law, policy, and operation, we go back to the core of what ICRC in its ambition and philosophy since the founding days has been. An organization which is not just assisting people, but is working on the law and the respect of the law and evolving its activities in that respect to the new actors in the field.